Right now at 5:30, breaking news, guilty of first-degree murder. The Crossbow cousin killing trial out of Gaston County has reached its end, and now James Rick faces life in prison for killing Joyce Rick, his cousin through marriage, back on May 4th, 2019.
All right, let's bring in our chief legal correspondent, Seema Iyer, the only reporter who has been in the courtroom since day one and since jury selection. Seema, you join us live from the Gaston County courthouse, so where a lot has happened just in the past few hours.
Yeah, Seema, that verdict seemed to come in quickly today. From your years of experience in a courtroom as a prosecutor, did that surprise you, and what else did it tell you?
Yeah, no, it was really surprising. So surprising. Actually, we were standing right here ready to go on at the 4 o'clock show, but the verdict came in, and the greatest photojournalist at Queen City News, Mac, he rushed with all the equipment to capture the verdict and capture the sentencing. It was just wild. As a prosecutor, as a defense attorney, I've had a lot of quick verdicts, but this was 55 minutes. We didn't expect it because it was a very complicated case. There were so many witnesses, 7 full days of testimony. This was shocking all around because I think the defense really gave the prosecution a run for their money. And Brian, you know this because I say it all the time. When the defendant takes the stand, all of a sudden it becomes all about the defendant. So maybe that's what happened here. But I just want to go through the charges the jury had to consider, which is really why I am confounded by this quick verdict. They had 4 charges to consider. The top charge, of course, is that first-degree murder. There's 3 main elements we're talking about when we're talking about first-degree murder. We're talking about an intent to kill, we're talking about malice, and we're talking about premeditation. Malice, you think that evil intent, okay? Now, if the jury said no to first-degree murder, they could have said yes to second-degree murder, which doesn't have a specific intent to kill. It doesn't have that premeditation or planning element, but it does have the malice when causing someone's death. If they said no to that, they could have considered voluntary manslaughter. A lot of us know that as the heat of passion murder, when you don't have time, or killing rather, heat of passion killing, when there's no time to cool down. And then the final option, which I really thought the jury would perhaps find him guilty of, and that is the involuntary manslaughter, because that's almost a criminally negligent homicide. And there was this degree of whether Rick was aiming for Melinda, but then killed Joyce instead. I could see jurors getting confused by the law and saying, you know what, he was negligent and let's just find him guilty of that. Because when you look at this verdict, first-degree murder, it says to the world that this jury believed Melinda Robinson through and through and did not believe the defendant, nor did this jury seemed to believe the defense witnesses. There were 4 witnesses that came in and took the stand and said that Melinda called this an accident. But the prosecution did a really good job by saying the accident was Joyce dying, but the murder was directed to Melinda Robinson. Brian, Alicia.
All right, Seema, let's talk about closing arguments. Did either side have a stronger closing argument, and did it play a role in the jury's decision, or was their mind already made up?
Okay, now in this state, North Carolina, prosecution gets to go first and last. So one prosecutor, Ms. Hamlin, she went up first. Then it was the defense attorney, Mr. Hoyle, and then it was Ms. Gullidge, the prosecutor. And a lot of us know her. She's very well known from the Roger Beam case. I'm sorry, not Roger Beam, Roger Self. Beam was the lawyer. Sorry. It's been a crazy day. But the bottom line is, to answer your question, both sides were very, very strong, very compelling arguments. I wish you could have been there for all of it, but let's take you back into the courtroom for at least some of it.
Here's what the state's trying to do. The state wants you to take Mr. Rick's actions and say, see what he did? See what he did? It's irrational. It is irrational that he would not have said so. That's just not believable. That's evidence of guilt, because he didn't do what he was supposed to do. But yet, when Melinda Robinson has umpteen opportunities to do the right thing, she doesn't do the right thing. But as you hear Ms. Hamlin talking about, you can't believe her. You can't believe Melinda because she didn't do the right thing. She's asking you to believe Melinda. So you can't have it both ways. if Miss Handler believed that he threatened to kill, communicated threats to Miss Robinson, then ask yourself, why isn't he charged with attempted murder?
Don't let him manipulate you away from the evidence. There was one person who testified in this trial who had a chance to speak to you and look at everything that was said and come up with an answer for us.
So the prosecution basically had on their side witnesses to say that Rick kept saying that Melinda Robinson stole his money, stole his drugs. He wanted to kill her. He wanted to kill her. They had those 17 pages of text messages to their common friend and drug dealer. And they had the evidence that he was out there with the crossbow ready to go. Whereas now the defense had, again, their evidence that Mr. Rick actually did go deer hunting, that deer was present at the time. And Melinda Robinson, if she was so scared of him, they were out on the road after this incident for a week or so. Why didn't she try to escape? But I really think this came down to the defendant testifying. I think the jury found him so incredible, and I think the jury just thought he was lying on the stand. Alicia?
Yeah,
Brian?
and see, so the jury or the prosecution pretty much achieved this high bar for the verdict here today. What's next? Do we know what sentence Rick will face for his crimes?
Well, actually, when we went up there, he was sentenced. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. It was an incredibly dramatic and emotional scene. Joyce Rick's sons, two sons spoke, Bobby and Thomas, and Bobby actually spoke for one of the sisters, Susan. She's been in the audience the whole time. She wasn't able to speak. She was way too choked up, but those two sons spoke. There wasn't any aggravating factors. The prosecution really didn't say much. The defense didn't say much either. And what was a little shocking to all of us in the courtroom, and I'm sorry we weren't able to capture this because it was inside the courtroom, Bobby, the son of Joyce Rick, went and hugged James Michael Rick's mother. And they cried during this embrace for a long time. Guys, they embraced tightly, like how you would, hug your mom or dad. And they stood there for so long, and we all crowded around them, and we just stared at this in disbelief. And I believe I heard for myself Bobby Rick, Joyce's son, tell the defendant's mom, "I love you." And then all of the relatives just gathered, and I believe that James Michael Rick's mom, she did say, I'm so sorry, really grieving the loss. The entire courtroom was crying, both sides. But I don't want anyone to go anywhere, because coming up at 6:30, we will show you some of Joyce's son's emotional victim impact statement from the stand. So please don't go anywhere. That's coming up at 6:30.